So if you're on a cancer treatment called an EGFR inhibitor, you might know that it can be, well, really tough on your skin. When my doctor started me on an EGFR inhibitor, I didn't expect my skin to suffer so much. If you're taking medicines like cetuximab, osimertinib, gefitinib, or similar, this short video is from my experience. And today, we're going to dive into exactly why that happens, and more importantly, we'll walk through a really interesting natural approach that helped me manage it. Let's get right into it. Yeah, this question probably hits really close to home for some of us. I mean, these skin side effects, they're not just a little uncomfortable, right? This rash affected my day-to-day life, made me self-conscious, disrupted sleep, and sometimes even made me think of stopping treatment. The first step to that was to understand what's going on with my skin and what can be done. After referring to some credible scientific resources, the good news was I was able to crack a solution which helped me, and that's what I am sharing in this video. First off, this is actually a super common side effect of this treatment, so let's start by looking at what you can typically expect. I learned that the rash follows a pattern. Week 1, redness and burning. Weeks 1 to 3, bumps and pustules. After 1 month, dryness and crusting. That's the peak, and it can settle into a chronic phase, which usually means a lot of dryness and sometimes even painful cracks in the skin. Just knowing these stages can make the whole thing feel a lot less random, right? Okay, so what is actually causing this? Let's get into the science a little bit because it's pretty fascinating stuff. The rash is a sign that the drug is doing its job, which is great. The catch is that same target also exists in your healthy skin cells, so they get caught in the crossfire. Let's take a closer look. See, the drug is designed to block a signal called EGFR to stop cancer cells from growing. Perfect. The problem is, it also blocks that same exact signal in your skin cells. These are called keratinocytes, and when that happens, it messes up their normal ability to repair themselves, and that's what kicks off all the inflammation. Okay, this next part is so important. This rash might look a whole lot like acne, but it is absolutely not acne. That's why it's called an acneiform rash, which just means acne-like. The dead giveaway? There are no blackheads. This whole thing is caused by inflammation from the drug, not from clogged pores and bacteria like regular acne. All right, so that's the problem. After reading trustworthy sources, I tried a natural multi-ingredient, gentle approach that rebuilt my skin barrier and calmed inflammation. I'm describing what worked for me, not medical advice. The whole approach is built around this core group of 4 ingredients: virgin coconut oil, neem, turmeric, and camphor. Each one has a very specific job to do, and when you put them all together, they create multi-layered strategy for your skin. So let's look at exactly what each one does. Think of your skin as a fortress walls. The treatment weakens the walls, and when it's being weakened by these treatment, it needs some serious reinforcement. That outer layer of your skin is your body's first line of defense. You need things that rebuild the wall, guard against infection, repair damage, and calm alarms like pain and itch. Virgin coconut oil acted like a mason for me. And how does mason do its job? Well, virgin coconut oil actually tells your skin to make more of the key proteins that act like the mortar, holding everything together. It also boosts hydration, keeping the wall from drying out, and even adds an extra layer of antimicrobial defense. It's a real multitasker. I used it as the base for my daily application. All right, next up. A fortress isn't safe without a good guard on the wall, and that is neem. Neem acts as the fortress guard, an absolute powerhouse. It helps wounds heal faster. It supports collagen production to keep things strong. And this is really cool. It stops bacteria from setting up these little hidden camps called biofilms on your skin. It's basically a full-service security system. Now, look, even the strongest fortress is going to take some hits. Turmeric is your anti-inflammatory repair crew. The magic ingredient in turmeric is curcumin. It helps stop the skin from overreacting and producing too many cells. It boosts those important barrier proteins, And it even fights off some of the bacteria linked to acne, so it's both repairing and defending. And last but not least, we have the gatekeeper, camphor. The gatekeeper does two things. First, it helps other ingredients penetrate better. And second, it quiets down the alarm bells, sensations that made itch and pain. Plus, it helps gently clear away the old damaged skin cells to make way for new, healthy ones. So it calms, it assists, and it helps renew. A perfect gatekeeper. Now for the most important part. How do you actually put this all together and use it in a daily routine? You just combine the four ingredients, the virgin coconut oil as your base, and then the three essential oils, neem, turmeric, and camphor, into one single mixture for your daily care. I mixed 100 milliliters virgin coconut oil as base, then added about 10 to 20 drops camphor essential oil, 10 to 20 drops neem essential oil, and 5 to 10 drops turmeric essential oil. These proportions worked gently for me. How to use? Just apply about 10 to 15 milliliters of the mix every day. The best time to do it is right after a bath, on clean, slightly damp skin, because that really helps lock in the moisture. Oh, and one really important tip. Don't heat the oil mix up before you use it. Just use it at room temperature. Important. I did a small patch test, and I didn't apply it to open wounds. If you're pregnant or unsure, check with your doctor. This is my real comparison. On the left is my leg during the first treatment when I hadn't used the oil. It was red, crusted, and painful. On the right is after I used the mix during my second start, much calmer and more intact. The difference really speaks for itself, doesn't it? That's why I kept using it under supervision. Knowing why the rash happens and having a practical plan helped me continue cancer treatment without stopping for long. If this resonates, discuss it with your oncologist or skin specialist. If you'd like more details, scan the QR code and I will email a short case study for your reference.